What's up, people? Bad news about Ukraine. All the weapons that the NATO countries have been giving to that country turned out to be old and malfunctioned. I'm Chibuzo Wachuku. I'd appreciate you liking this video and subscribing to my channel. Those members of NATO chose to use the Russo-Ukrainian war to empty the warehouses containing those old weapons which they no longer use. Before I continue, I wrote the clips.
Ukraine has begun rejecting outdated weapons donated by its allies. While it has rejected Leopard tanks from Germany, Poland says it will not give any more weapons to Kiev. According to the reports, many of the transfers from Western allies have involved modern weapons, such as the U.S. air defense systems that have proven highly effective against Russian drones and missiles. However, in other cases, allies have provided stockpiled equipment that need extensive overhaul. Now, the delivery of second-hand Leopard 1A5 from Germany to the Ukrainian armed forces recently hit a roadblock. Ukraine refused to accept a batch of 10 of these archaic tanks due to its inability to service them. According to reports, Kiev refused to import them, claiming that these tanks required extensive repair work and that they did not have the technical expertise. The German side dispatched a team of specialists to Poland to inspect the tanks firsthand. The examination revealed that they were quite worn out after the training of the Ukrainian soldiers in Germany and they needed further repairs. The Cold War era 1A type tank was last used by Germany in the year 2000 and have been in cold storage for about 20 years. Not just Germany, but other allies.
I understand why Ukraine lost most of its men and got forced to use women. It's those outdated weapons that made Ukraine no match for Russia. Russia destroyed Ukraine like really easily. I thought the NATO countries were helping Ukraine. They said they were lying. Why would they send such outdated weapons? I thought they were planning to add Ukraine to NATO. And yes, Ukraine, like Russia, is not an EU member, a NATO member, or a Western country. Why hasn't NATO added Ukraine? There are 5 given reasons for that, and I'm going to point out to you one of them. NATO membership not necessary for Ukraine. And I'll show you the words under that. NATO is already committed to Ukraine. It doesn't look to me like NATO is planning to add Ukraine. How could the organization be committed to Ukraine, but yet supply outdated weapons? Those countries are just weaponizing those useless weapons against Ukraine. They are no friends of Ukraine. They are all for the destruction of that country. It looks like they want the resources in Ukraine. And this is what I expect to happen when Ukraine is gone. NATO fighting against Russia. USA supplied those useless weapons on its land to Ukraine, hoping that Ukraine would pay huge money for those weapons as if they were brand new. That is why the country asked the EU to support Ukraine financially. The US government wants Ukraine to then have the money to pay for those weapons. Poland claimed that due to the row over grain, it decided to stop supplying weapons to Ukraine. I will not buy that. The country just doesn't want to supply really useful weapons, like new weapons to Ukraine, like the other NATO countries. It only would supply the old, outdated weapons. NATO is not gonna add Ukraine. The NATO countries, EU countries, and the West are all enemies of Ukraine. Those weapons were given to help destroy Ukraine. Those countries do not really want to associate with Ukraine. I hope that the President Zelensky has woken up now. It is unbelievable that such countries will do such a nasty thing. Russia should not have annexed Crimea, which was a part of Ukraine. The West is all for the battle, the war between those two countries that were created after the disintegration of the Soviet Union. Let me know what you think. Thanks for watching.